Okay, so I have changed up the combat system a little bit. Well, yeah, it's only a little change so far. I've removed the dice for now. Probably add them back though at some point. So currently there's no negative effects. Rather, I've done it kind of in reverse where these guys get a bonus depending on which uh, one of the shields they're dealing with. You have to deal with all three shields to remove the enemy, but some of them are slightly better at dealing with it. This guy technically isn't better against yellows. He's actually kind of average, but we'll see how it goes. So the red guy has the sort of most easiest one to see. So we'll roll this. And basically you get one roll now. And what happens is, for the red guy, any dice you put into the red shield will just get a +1 to it. So if I put 2 in here, instead of going down to 10, it will go down to 9. But if I put it in, say, the purple one, it will just go down to 7 like normal. Likewise, if I put a 1 in the yellow, it will go down to 1. Whereas if I put any more into the reds, it always goes down by 1 extra. For that guy, because he's got the red shield. If I get the purple guy, his is a bit more difficult to get because he needs a 1. If he gets a 1, oh, he didn't get a 1, then it would turn into a 6 when put into a purple. Otherwise, he just has normal dice, so he can still deal with these events pretty well. Going to pick that up. We'll put that there. And then for the last guy, he just gets 2 rolls, which at the moment is very powerful, but when I add back the extra dice that have bad effects, then obviously his will be a bit more of a pain as well as a help. But his don't have any extra values or any other effects other than the fact that you can roll your dice again. And you can see this guy's now dead. So when I finish, he's no longer here. And then the next wave turns up and you do the process all over again. We got 6 down here, so which way does this go? I keep wanting to go down here to click the roll button. So we can actually do this with a 5 and that will clear that one. We do this one and that one. Oh, I missed. Okay, so that's 2 events done. Obviously I'm not going to be able to do them all, but that's fine. Currently they don't actually have any effect, but technically if any are left by the end of the turn, then it should start reducing this, but I haven't added that yet. And then obviously if this reaches 0, it's game over. So deal with that guy. So currently it's alternating between 4 lesser enemies. So this is like a lesser enemy here. He has 6, 3, and 3, which is about average. They have, depending on which image they are, it'll be one shield will always be stronger, and then the other 2 is randomized, sort of between half that value and slightly less than that value. So you'll see here, this guy's got the other extreme where it goes, he's good at these 2 but very weak against this one, or very weak with this one, whereas this guy's got a sort of strong on this one and then he's average in both of those. And then again this one's slightly different again because he's got strong in this one and then he's a bit more varied in the other 2, so it sort of averages them out a bit more randomly. But yeah, basically you'll get 4 weaker guys or you'll get 2 slightly stronger guys, and the reason for that is because if you get 4 of them, you'll have all of your bases attacked, whereas if you get 2 stronger guys, it's easier to deal with them, but because you'll like group your heroes up more, but at the same time one person dealing with a stronger event is much less likely to actually be able to deal with it. We'll send this guy over here. And he got really bad rolls. Okay, so we'll just put 2 in there. But his bonus makes him actually still pretty decent against his red, which is why even though I got bad rolls there, you can still reduce the things for quite a bit, which is why eventually you'll want to make sure you're trying to focus your heroes on the stronger, on the shields they're strongest against. So always go for the highest one. Oh, we'll get a 1, so we can half that down to a 6 with a 1, see, so he's much stronger, which is why you want to try and focus on the ideal targets. And again, I can rework the skills for this guy. I'm not entirely sure I like it, but I think it works pretty well at the moment. So this guy's probably the easiest one to actually play with, because even if you fail your rolls miserably, you can still re-roll them again and hope for a better result. But yeah, currently it's just endless because the enemies don't actually do any damage and I can't be hurt. So that's the basic gameplay though. It's working pretty well.